Hello, everyone, and welcome back to episode 4 of the Simple English Podcast. I'm Benjamin.
And I'm Chloe. Today we're diving into a very reassuring English idiom. Better late than never. It's great to have you here to explore English with us.
Better late than never is a phrase that means it's better to do something late than not do it at all. It's often used to encourage someone or to acknowledge that even delayed success is still success.
Exactly, Ben. For example, if someone arrives late to a party, you might say, better late than never. It's a way of showing that you're just happy they made it, despite being late.
That's a common scenario for using it. Let's practice saying it together. Listeners, repeat after us. Better late than never.
Better late than never. Great job. Speaking these phrases out loud really helps with memorization and pronunciation.
Now, Chloe, can you think of another situation where this idiom would be applicable?
Sure, Ben. Think about submitting a project or homework. If you turn it in late, it's still better than not turning it in at all. So you could say, better late than never, when you finally do submit it.
That's a perfect example for our students listening. This idiom can apply to many aspects of life, from personal goals to professional tasks. Let's dive a bit deeper into the words themselves. Better is a comparative adjective. It's comparing two actions, doing something late versus not doing it at all.
And never is an interesting word because it signifies an indefinite and absolute absence of an event. So, when you say better late than never, you're really focusing on the positive aspect of at least achieving something, no matter the delay.
Great explanation, Chloe. To help our listeners remember this idiom, let's challenge them to think of a personal example. Maybe there's something you've been putting off that you could apply this idiom to?
That's a fantastic challenge, Ben. And here's another tip for mastering idioms. Try associating them with personal experiences or visual images. This makes the language part of your daily thinking.
Definitely. And here's a tip of the day regarding language learning. Don't worry if you can't remember all the new words or idioms right away. It's like our idiom of the day, better late than never.
That's a reassuring way to look at it, Ben. Remember, everyone, learning a language is a journey. It's about progress, not perfection.
Thanks for tuning in. Don't miss our next episode where we'll uncover more phrases and tips to help you on your language learning journey. Keep practicing, and remember, every step forward is progress.
Bye for now.
Welcome back to episode 5 of the Simple English Podcast. I'm Benjamin.
And I'm Chloe. In today's episode, we're discussing the idiom, bite the bullet. This is a really powerful expression in English, and we're excited to share it with you.
Bite the bullet means to decide to do something difficult or unpleasant that you have been avoiding or fearing. It comes from the old days when there was no time or means to administer anesthesia during an operation. Soldiers literally had to bite on a bullet to cope with the pain.
What a vivid origin, Ben. Today, we might use it in less dire situations. For example, if you've been putting off doing your taxes because you find it confusing and stressful, you might just have to bite the bullet and get them done.
That's a very relatable example, Chloe. Let's practice saying the phrase together to get our pronunciation right. Listeners, repeat after us. Bite the bullet.
Bite the bullet. Nicely done. Remember, practicing out loud is a great way to improve your speaking skills.
Chloe, can you think of another example where this idiom might be used?
Certainly. Let's say you've been avoiding going to the dentist because you're scared of the treatment you might need. Eventually, you decide to just bite the bullet and make an appointment. It's about facing your fears or tasks despite the discomfort.
That's a perfect example. This idiom can apply to many aspects of life, especially those involving tough decisions or necessary actions. Now, breaking down the phrase, bite, literally means to use your teeth to cut into something, but here it's figurative for gripping something firmly.
And bullet, in this idiom, represents the object of your fear or discomfort. Biting the bullet means confronting that fear directly.
To help you remember this idiom, why not associate it with a specific task you've been delaying? Think about how you might need to bite the bullet and tackle it head-on.
And for our language learners, here's a quick tip. When you learn a new idiom, try using it in conversation as soon as possible. This practice helps it stick in your memory.
That's a great tip, Chloe. Remember, using idioms can make your English sound more natural and fluent. Don't be afraid to try them out in your daily conversations.
That's all for today's episode on Bite the Bullet. We hope you found it insightful and that it helps you tackle your challenges more bravely.
Keep tuning in for more useful phrases and tips to help enhance your English. Until next time, keep practicing. And as always, bite the bullet on those challenging learning opportunities.
Bye for now.
Hello and welcome back to episode 6 of the Simple English Podcast. I'm Benjamin.
And I'm Chloe. Today, we're tackling a very social idiom, break the ice. This one's all about making people feel more comfortable in social situations.
That's right, Chloe. Break the ice refers to doing or saying something to relieve tension or get a conversation going in an awkward or uncomfortable setting.
It comes from the days of sailing ships. Before modern icebreaker ships were invented, smaller ships would sometimes get stuck during the winter because the sea froze around them. Another ship would come along and literally break the ice to clear a path. Today, we use the term more figuratively.
What a cool origin, Chloe. Here's a typical scenario. Imagine you're at a party where you don't know anyone. Telling a funny story or asking people about themselves can break the ice and make everyone feel more at ease.
Absolutely, Ben. Let's practice saying it together to perfect our pronunciation. Listeners, repeat after us. Break the ice.
Break the ice. Great. It's always good to practice out loud. Chloe, do you have another example where this idiom might be used?
Sure. In business, especially during meetings with new clients, starting with small talk about the weather, sports, or news can help break the ice before moving into more serious discussions.
Excellent point. Whether in social or professional settings, breaking the ice is about making people comfortable. Let's dig a bit deeper into the phrase. Break here means to split or destroy the structure, like ice, and doing so changes the atmosphere, making it more open and friendly.
And by using this idiom, you can transform a stiff, formal gathering into a relaxed and engaging interaction. It's a useful skill to master.
Speaking of mastering skills, here's a tip for our language learners. Try to learn one new idiom or phrase each day and use it in a sentence. This helps build your vocabulary and gives you confidence in your language abilities.
That's a great strategy, Ben. Now for our fact of the day, did you know that honey never spoils? Archaeologists have found pots of honey in ancient Egyptian tombs that are over 3,000 years old and still perfectly edible.
That's fascinating, Chloe. What a sweet tidbit to share. Remember, everyone learning English or any new skill is about taking small steps and finding ways to make the process enjoyable.
That's right. Whether you're breaking the ice in a new conversation or exploring interesting facts, every bit of knowledge adds up.
Thanks for joining us for today's episode on Break the Ice. We hope you feel inspired to start conversations more confidently and keep expanding your learning horizons.
Bye for now, and remember, keep practicing and stay curious.